Hello, LEGO fans, and welcome into a brand new episode of the Brick Hour podcast. I am JJ, otherwise known as Langster Builds.
I'm Cameron, otherwise known as Cameron Studios.
And I'm John Vogt, the owner of the Bricks and Minifigs in North Syracuse.
And we are here today doing another store tour of the Bricks and Minifigs here in North Syracuse. As always, we will go through and do a nice interview with our friend John here, and then we'll do a nice tour in the lap of the store. So starting off, first and foremost, where'd your love of Lego come from?
So I was probably about 6 or 7 when I got my first Lego set from my parents. It was a Lego City set, the astronaut one. I can't remember the exact set number. But after that, my parents and I and my sister, we started watching like the Harry Potter series when they came out in the movies and started collecting all the castle for that.
Yep.
And it just kind of grew from there and haven't really quit. Enjoy doing it with my kids.
So, what made you want to open up Bricks and Minifigs here in Syracuse?
So we like to do Lego as a family and enjoy doing that. And when COVID happened, we couldn't really do it with our friends anymore or anything. So we started doing the whole TikTok thing and TikTok Live. And a lot of them were talking about Bricks and Minifigs. And we're like, wow, what is that? And then, after being on TikTok for so long, you figure out, oh, Bricks and Minifigs is this amazing place where all this extra old Lego is and new Lego. And so, I looked into it. There wasn't one for 4 or 5 hours. And
wow.
I'm not taking my kids.
No, it's way too far away.
So I started looking into different things of what it would take to open one of these, and talked to the wife and sold the annuity and purchased the franchise and kind of snowballed from there.
So what was the process like? Because I think some people kind of see when people open up a secondhand store, they can either go their own route of opening their own brand, or like you guys said, getting the franchise and going in with Bricks and Minifigs. So what was that process kind of like getting the store opened up with them?
So you reach out to them, and basically they vet you pretty good. Then you fly out there to actually meet them in person.
Cool.
You give them a little presentation of why you think you would be fit for joining the franchise and the family. And then they, take you into their office and vet you a little more. And after that, if you're good, they offer you the franchise, and then you fly out there yet again for training purposes.
Yep.
To, learn how the processes work and everything for about a week. And then you come home and they set you up with people to, help you find a location to start.
Oh, wow. So they kind of did a lot of the legwork for you.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of, buying into a franchise versus doing it yourself. The franchise already has everything. Basically it's a funnel.
Yeah.
So, you got your start out here and you think, oh Lord, this is going to be quite a thing. And then they give you this whole check sheet through their franchise thing that allows you to, slowly make that funnel come to a point. We're here now.
Now here we are. Yeah.
Yep. So you said you started getting the idea around 2020 with COVID. When did you guys first open up?
We opened July 26th of 2025.
Wow.
So we are coming up on our 1 year.
Very
Which
nice.
is awesome.
Yes.
Where did your guys' initial inventory come from? Was this stuff that you guys just had from your collection? Did BAM kind of supply that to you when you guys opened up, or was it kind of a mix of both?
BAM doesn't supply that at all. It's all up to us. A lot of this was my personal collection, as well as sourced out from the community.
Yep.
We did a few buy days prior to grand opening too, which people showed up and sold us some of their stuff. We had a collection from a lady, which I'll get to that later when we.
Yeah.
But it was all mostly my collection and sourced things in the community.
And then you maintain it just by leaving your doors open for anyone to kind of sell their stuff.
We have vendors that we can get things from. We're partnered with Lego now. It was effective the first.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So, wicked cool. So not only do we get it through vendors, but we do have the buy-sell trade process. So if someone wants to freshen up their collection, or there's people that are tired of collecting and they don't want to do the collecting.
They want to offload.
Yeah. We also had a gentleman who was working on doing a mock and had 19 of the Tantive 4s.
Oh, God.
Brand new sealed, and then was like,
Jeez.
okay, you know what? I have to go to college now because he got his acceptance here. So then sold them to us so he could get books. So
that's crazy.
I
cool.
mean, yeah, those books are pretty expensive. Speaking of experience.
Yeah, they can.
So, what's been the community's reaction to you guys sort of joining the community with your Bricks and Minifigs store? Is there many other secondhand stores around the area, or like the first one? So like, what's been the
So-
reaction?
We aren't the first one in this area. We do have Bricks Crossing that's in Liverpool,
Mhm.
owned by Seth. He's a great guy. And then we have another gentleman who sells, but it's by appointment only. His name is John Champ.
Mhm.
Met both of them. They're really nice people. And then as far as BAMs, I'm the first one in Central New York. I was trying to be the first one in Upstate, but Buffalo beat us to that punch by a week.
Because that one just opened recently too.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah, they were the weekend before us.
Man,
The
Yeah.
weekend before.
Man.
The weekend before, yep.
So
talking
like,
about
the
timing.
community's kind of like welcomed you in, like everybody
Yeah,
seems to.
we get a lot of regulars in here that just enjoy being in here.
Mhm.
We got one gentleman that'll come in and just hang out a lot.
awesome.
We have volunteers from Jam Murray, which is like special needs. They come in and
Oh,
they're
it's
able
really
to,
cool.
work with us and get some kind of like work ethic and, enjoy themselves. And,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Your trade-in process. How does it usually work here? Somebody brings something in. What do you guys usually look to when it comes to trading?
So when they bring in their stuff, it's either done. So we assess it. We go through the sets, type in the sets into our system, get it all lined up. If it's minifigs, if it's bulk, if it's sets, new sets, used sets, it does it all. It categorizes it. Then we got to go through and appraise it. We use BrickLink here. We don't use eBay because eBay prices can be
Insane.
So skewed.
So I know that everybody in the Lego community uses BrickLink, so that's what we go by. Because if our numbers are close to what BrickLink's selling it for, then they're more like, okay, so this is what
It's legit.
Exactly. So we do that, and once we get a value, the system will give us a price based off of what we have there to either offer them in cash, which is going to be a little less than what you would get for store credit. If you get store credit, then you can use it for a trade-in towards anything, and the store credit doesn't expire. So
Perfect.
that's wicked nice.
So what would you say is the biggest change from when you first opened versus your upcoming anniversary to now?
The amount of customers we get.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's a great change.
Yeah, we have seen quite the dramatic increase in people who are part of the hobby and want to be a part of what we have here. And it's pretty cool. You get to see people that come in, they'll dig for hours in the bulk table. When we first opened, you didn't see that. They trickle in, buy something, leave.
Right.
But now we've got like that community going on where we have the regulars that come in, they'll dig for hours, they'll hang out, they'll talk, and they'll tell us about what they're building and their excitement. And we get people that bring in stuff to display. We just had Brian bring in his snowmen. We've had that.
Oh yes,
Good friend of the podcast.
Yep. He had his snowmen here for a while, and then Jessica is going to be bringing in some mosaics for us to hang up.
Okay.
Yeah, they will have some awesome stuff.
Oh yeah.
Awesome stuff they have. All right, wrapping up the interview here with a little bit with some speed round questions that are always very fun.
Okay.
First one: weirdest thing you've ever had someone bring into the store for a trade-in?
Weirdest thing, there's quite. So we've had a lot of like the fake Lego.
Yep.
But we had things that come in bulk bins that I don't dare explain on the podcast.
Appreciate that.
So that would probably be the weirdest thing
Yeah.
if you can use your imagination on that.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff that's popped up. Yeah.
Yep.
What is the biggest haul you've received?
Okay, so the biggest haul brings us back to that lady. She lives in Dryder, and I'm not going to name her name because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
But she had a massive collection. She's been collecting all of her life, a lot like me. But she recently took in her grandson, and he needed a place, and she didn't like going up and downstairs anymore. So she sold us her entire collection because she was selling it in parts. But she was like, you know what? I can't. So she sold us her entire collection. So like we had all sorts of old castle, Cowboys and Indians, Western. Like you name it, she had it.
That's awesome.
Crazy. So we bought that collection from her, and then she turned around and used the money to buy some more Lego for the area downstairs.
That's actually sweet.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Just like how large was that collection? Would you say?
It was like 2 massive rooms, like bins, floor to ceiling.
Wow.
Yeah, it was huge.
Wow.
Her entire
That's
second
a
floor.
lot.
Yeah.
can't even imagine. I had to like supply like half your inventory,
Oh,
if not more.
Easily. Yep.
That's
Wow.
great. That's awesome.
Yeah, between her collection and mine that I brought in, we were pretty much good to go.
You were set at that point.
That's awesome.
Most popular items that sell in the store, like
Star Wars and Ninjago.
Star
Hands
really?
Star Wars Ninjago.
Yep.
Always them. Like no one ever comes in looking for superhero stuff. It's always just that.
I mean, there's people coming in look for superhero stuff, but
Yeah.
not nearly as much.
No, that's
Yeah.
the big one.
Ninjago and Star Wars is definitely
the big one.
Yeah.
Not just Brad. Not just Brad.
Yep. Well, Brad's more of a castle guy. He's only recently started the Ninjago.
Yeah, he has. And he's gone on the rabbit hole hard.
Yeah, that blacksmith really did it.
Yeah,
Can't blame him. That's
No,
a nice
it's a
set.
really
It's a
nice
really
set.
nice What are some of the least popular sets to sell?
Friends and Duplo.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
But I mean, what it is like Friends is a really good series.
Oh,
for
definitely.
A lot of things that they do,
Mhm.
but I just don't think the mini dolls are really well received.
No,
unfortunately.
they just don't. Nobody. They don't catch on as well. The builds are fantastic. But they don't
How
catch
does
on as well.
Dreams do?
Dreams does really well. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Because
So
the two stores we've done before, they don't really sell Dreams.
they don't even keep them in stock anymore.
And like the last store, I didn't even bring it up. He brought it up. And he was like, "Yeah, Dreams doesn't sell." And he just looks at me. I bet you're happy.
so a lot of people look at the parts in Dreams. That's what
Yeah.
sells it. Like it's a lot like Ninjago. Like they've got some amazing pieces and
Mhm.
parts.
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
And like some of the characters, like the little snot guy, and
Yeah.
then like if you look at their smaller medieval
Mhm.
set there, those guys are cool.
Oh yeah.
They got some.
That's what sells those. I mean, the show's a little interesting, but
Yes, for sure.
you know, we do play that here. It gets kids excited, and that's all that matters to us.
Last question. Your favorite thing that's ever come in?
So I am a Star Wars nut as well as a Castle nut,
Mhm.
and my favorite thing right now that is in here is actually the Flintstone set.
Really?
Stones.
Yep,
Built or sealed?
it's built.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a great set. See, I feel like there's a lot of idea sets that kind of flew under the radar, and that's
Mhm.
definitely one of them that stood out to me because, like, one, the minifigs have noses. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
But like, it's like one of those more original sets. So
Mhm.
that's an awesome one to have here.
Yeah, we've had it twice. This is the second time we've had it.
How quick
Really?
did the first one sell?
Really quick. The second one's only been here a week, and I'm really fighting myself not to take it.
Do you struggle with that often, like where you get stuff, people trade in, and you're like, oh, I kind of want to
Way
bring this
too
home.
often.
Yeah,
Way too
yeah. Like how often does something come in and like one of your employees is like, "I'm buying that today." Bye.
Almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not like, so we got Rich, who's the manager here,
Mhm.
and his thing is Castle, as you guys
Yeah.
know.
Yes.
So second anything Castle comes in, he's like, gotta look at it. Rush with it. And you know what he doesn't comb through it, he goes, "Oh, Brad will like this," so he'll take a picture and send it to him.
It's almost like a guaranteed sell right then and there.
Yeah,
You don't have to
exactly.
worry about it taking up space on the shelf.
Exactly. And then we got Anthony. He's one of our part timers, and he's a Star Wars guy.
Okay.
So is Tanner, and those two, you know, between us three,
Just go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Reminds me of Ben a little bit.
Yeah, it does remind me of Ben a little bit. Well, that's the end of the interview portion. So now we're gonna cut it off here, and we're gonna do a nice lap around the store and give everybody a look.
All
what you guys have.
Thanks
Cool.
for having me, guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
Store tour, so lead the way, John.
All right. So over here, as you walk in, you see the bulk tables over here. We got all sorts of parts in here. A lot of people do mocks and stuff out of them. You'll see them in here for hours sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. We've got 3 people in particular. One does like Thomas the Train mocks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd
he'll
love to see
take
those.
Through those. He's a great guy. And then we got Jessica. She does her mosaics. She'll pull parts for hours. Yeah, and then we got our Build-A-Fig over here. So, you know, over here you get to pick a figure, torso, legs, head, and then you get either a helmet or hair, and then an accessory. Yeah. Tons of different accessories. We got some that aren't really, you know,
that's cool.
Lego related,
Wow.
but people enjoy having them in there, so I throw them in there.
That's a good fake Lego.
Yeah, exactly. Like if
There's
it
good
doesn't-
and then there's bad.
yeah, if it doesn't look terrible and it, you know, won't break their hands, I'm all for throwing them in here. So.
Perfect.
And then we have this here. This is like basically where we put a lot of our used cars. It's just our way of displaying those, and people enjoy seeing the cars separate from the actual sets, as well as all of our base plates, our band branded ones, Lego branded used plates.
I've never seen like the giant trans plates of different colors. That's actually really cool.
We have it in all sorts of colors. I have to order some more of the clear blue ones, of course, but
Yeah, those are cool.
I might be sneaking some of these when we leave here
there
today.
you go. And then we also have some minifig display stands, so you can display your minifigs. It's a huge hot commodity for people. You know, they enjoy having their figs on display. We got the gear ones that
Those are
all
fun.
interlock and actually spin.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
you can link them up and spin them, and then, well,
That would be so perfect for the Bat Cave.
Don't give me ideas like that, dude.
there you go. And then we have our certified sets. We have those all throughout the store, but right here is usually where you're going to find a good majority of them, 9 times out of 10.
Very cool.
Sweet.
And then we come over here. We started doing this table here for mocks. Right now we're doing Fire Safety Month. So we have the firefighters of the North Syracuse Fire Department on display here. They're going to be here next weekend for their little firefighter truck safety walkthrough. So it'd be really
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
And then over here we have piles of stuff that traded in. The one that's over here is a trade-in that the gentleman left here for us to appraise and give him a value for it. And then these are ones that we bought that we're processing. And then this is our trade desk. Please don't mind the mess.
Yeah, trust me.
Everybody knows the Lego, it's gonna get a little hectic.
Yep.
But this is basically overflow, mostly figs usually on the tables we're going through because we're inventorying them, as you can see.
Yep.
So that way people can tell what they have in their collection, what they need, and we can just
Oh, is it
pull
the
up on
Technic
system.
R2D2's head?
Yes, sir.
That's wild. I've actually never seen that in person before, so that's really cool to be seeing that.
Yeah. And then we have we have our animal case as well as some used sets in the corner there.
Oh, brickheads. Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then working your way back here, we have, this is the system we just started doing. This is, again, part of the bulk collection. If you were looking for a specific part in a specific color, you can pull them out. We got dark gray, we got brown, we got light gray. You know, you just go through it here. We got translucent pieces up here. You want windshields, we got them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got,
Wow, that was a lot of transcolor winch. That's crazy
we
cool.
got some older ones, too.
Wow.
One of the
Like
aqua sets.
Aquanauts.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I bet you wish you knew about this when you were building your Bat Cave.
Probably would have helped a little bit.
And then through here we got a majority of little things. We got some used sets on here, as well as we have, like, you know, the storage heads, picture frames. We have little mock packs that have different, you know, things like gemstones. We get the robot arms from the Exo Force, but they're used as fingers in just about everything now. And then we have our new inbox. This is our retired wall, and then this is our new, still
Like on shelves still
yeah,
kind of thing?
Exactly.
JJ, look, it's a dream set I like.
That's the T-Rex one.
We
That's a
are,
good variety stuff over here.
So with our partnership, we are waiting for our new inbox to arrive. We just ordered a ton of stuff for the wall, so
Wow.
they are looking a little
Aaron,
sparse right
look.
now, but
Yeah, the horse. A lot of good stuff over here too.
Yep.
I've definitely seen a few things here that I'm probably going to snag.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We're working on moving some stuff around, so some of the shelves are a little empty as we're working on transferring different things to different spots now.
That's great.
And then we have more used sets. We were working on like different various, you know, if it's a theme area. So down there we got the Harry Potter. We had a bunch of the Architect sets, but they went pretty quick.
Venator show. This is. I'm flying Rex. That's so funny. Whose idea was that to put that there? That's great.
It was a collective.
That's funny. That's really funny.
So I came up with putting Rex in the BD1 or the BD1, geez,
The B1
Eldroid on the end there, and then my son made the sign that says "I'm flying Rex."
That's awesome.
That's great.
And then down through here we have our figs. We have them set. So obviously Star Wars is in the back of the store because it's the most sought after.
Yep.
So you want people to come into the store, not go to the first case and piece it out.
Got a lot of good stuff in there too.
Oh yeah, we have a lot more stuff coming too. A lot of stuff that's not in that case because May the 4th is around the corner. We're doing it May the 3rd though, just because it's a Sunday, so we're gonna
Makes more sense that
get
way.
a little bit more of a turnout, which would be great. Then we have our used set wall here. We have, work in progress station back there. It's quite chaotic as well, but
Get
we're
the
working through it.
There's no chance that Artemis shuttle lasts any longer now that it's come back.
Yeah,
Someone
right?
will come in here and grab it for sure.
Well, yeah, it's returned. It returned right to our BAM. Look at that.
Let's say they splashed down last night.
Got some superheroes.
This is our superhero case, as well as we have the plants for all the mocks down there.
That's cool.
People like to come through that quite a bit. Keeping that stocked is fun.
Oh, I believe it.
Go through a lot of different things. And then here we have like our Ninjago plate, which is a little sparse because again that sells like hotcakes. We've had so many things in there.
Is there a specific character that sells the most, or just Ninjago in general? Just flies off the
Ninjago
shelf.
in general. Yeah.
Everyone's just buying stuff like crazy.
When you get the snake guys, and those typically sell pretty quick. Too.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, yeah, they do.
With that.
Yeah, Pythor, yeah, you love him.
Yeah, and then we got the series figs in here as well as dimensions.
Mr. T.
We've had just about every single dimension set you could think of.
Really?
Wow.
How many places can say that? It's awesome.
Surprised Doctor Who is still here.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
We've had E.T., we've had the Gremlins, we've had Teen Titans, all this stuff that people are looking for. We had it.
They got the spacemen over there. That's cool.
This is kind of a random assorted figures, I'm guessing, this one?
Just
Oh, that's wild.
Different. Yeah, that one's a wild.
That rock monster's cool.
Jesus.
Lord of the Rings.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of really cool stuff in here.
We had some really cool Lord of the Rings ones too, including the Troll, but they've sold pretty quick.
The troll definitely wasn't going to last very long.
Oh,
No way.
we've had some awesome sets in here, like one of them being the Troll cave there, the mine.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
from
that was-
Hobbit.
Yep.
That was
Oh,
really
wow.
That thing sold that thing probably didn't last very long at all.
I definitely didn't. But then over here, we have our allowance case. This is for kids that don't really have a ton of money to spend on Lego, but you got Tooth Fairy money. You got I did the dishes for mom money, and they
can
want to
get
buy
something
Lego.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not going to cost them
No.
a ton.
No, these are perfect little builds, too.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
That's a cool case. Yeah, tell me the story with 3D printed Venom. This is just fun.
So we got a guy who likes to buy Lego and collect Lego, but he doesn't really have a ton of money. But he has a 3D printer, so he's doing all sorts of cool things. We had the 3D Venom here. We have a 3D Blaster as well. So he will 3D print these things and then bring them in towards trade for Lego. And
Okay.
as long as
now I
it's
see it.
Lego related, we can sell it. You got the
It's actually a
blaster.
stud shooter. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
And it does launch. I'm just not going to shoot it on the floor.
That's hilarious.
And we have the lightsabers that expand out.
Oh, that's cool.
We had a Boba Fett in here.
That probably disappeared
Oh,
quickly.
yeah, it's not on here anymore.
Yeah.
But I have him printing a bunch of stuff. He also 3D printed pen caps to make like the blue and the black pens there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you could put them in there. They look like lightsaber pens. We also sell the lightsaber pens. We just out them right now. But yeah, he does a lot of cool different 3D printed things.
That's cool.
So
That's really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I might be buying some of that.
You might be buying some of that.
Yep. Have our display over here for Santoki. It's a little bare. I'm waiting on a shipment from them. But, they got the notebooks, the pens, the keychains, the light-up keychains. They also have flashlights. Those sold like crazy.
The flashlights, really?
Yep.
Interesting. I wouldn't have
Kids
guessed that.
loved them.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed the flashlights would have done that well.
And then we also had the one stud squared night lights too.
Yep.
Those sold pretty well.
Wow.
That's sweet.
Now, what's this shelf over here? Looks different.
So this one here is all poly bags on the one side, and as well as over here we have like poly bags and like the sets that were in the bag.
In the bags. Oh god, the Master Builder
Lego
Academy
store,
ones.
It came in these bags instead of
Mm-hmm.
But then we got some extra mock stuff here too.
Plants, train tracks, burps.
And then we have, this is a stand for Parker's Brick Builds. Those are some of the trains that he's designed and sells. They are Lego pieces, just not Lego sold sets.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Awesome.
That's really sweet.
Yeah. This is the break room.
Yep.
We got it ready for May the 4th.
Oh, that stuff
over
is
here.
cool. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
B-wing down there. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
we got some sealed sets. We got the turbo tank.
Oh, wow.
The Mon Calamari home.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
The really cool thing is it still has the Toys R Us sticker.
Oh, wow.
That's
Kind of awesome right there.
that's really cool.
But,
is that the original Yoda or the new one?
That's the newer
one?
Not the scary bust. But,
Oh god, that thing is terrifying looking.
and then we got all these cool coloring sheets that
sheets.
we're gonna have for kids.
Those
on
will be
the
fun.
Event. Yeah.
Those will be really fun.
And this was the break room, but as you can see, overflow happens.
now it's become a storeroom a
Yeah.
little bit.
And the employees, they end up just stacking it here. They don't usually use the break room often, other than the fridge and the microwave. So I'm like, hey, if you want,
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
And then back here we have, these are plates that we still have out there that we got to go through and see if any can be filled.
Yep.
We got our new box sets that we have sitting up here, as well as used sets. All these totes are full of used sets that are bagged and tagged and ready to go. Just got to have room out there for them.
Yep.
We got some more cars over here, some more color sorted stuff, because when people bring it in color sorted bulk, we do not throw that in the table.
Nope.
We keep it separate.
Just
Makes-
I don't blame you there.
finishing sets easier, as well as people who do mocks want to come in and get that one piece. So, and then we just have some extra stuff over here. We got this was another nice set that we had on the grand opening.
Ooh.
The pyramid. That was another one that the lady in Dryder had. And that's just an extra plate from it.
Yeah.
We've had the Java sail barge, but couldn't find the box at first, and now we have the box. So.
Is that a stadium? One of the stadiums
Yeah,
up
it's
there?
one of the stadiums up there. We've had that bad boy for a little bit too.
That's cool.
It is unfortunately in pieces, so it is
Lego
a
in
downfall.
pieces. Never would have thought.
Yeah, right.
And then we have, it's back here, another red tote here. This is a Taj Mahal that was gifted to us.
Okay.
It was gifted to us by Rachel, the owner of the West Babylon store.
Okay.
I went down there to purchase some inventory from her as well. And she was excited to give it to us and was dancing. There's a video on it. She was dancing, excited, and she was like, what if I tripped and fell? And then that didn't happen. Instead, it just kind of folded in her arm. And she just like stood there, and like I heard it crash behind me, and I was just like,
Oh no.
oh.
That's not gonna be good.
Yeah. But we ended up picking it all up, and she's like, well, I was gonna give it to you complete, and I was like, it still is.
I mean, it's all there. We just know the parts are all over the place.
Yep. So that was fun. We had a good time down there.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Anything else you want to show us?
We have our cleaning room. So when
Yeah.
Lego comes in, we particularly like to keep it clean. We know that a lot of people have hair and all that stuff in
Pets.
there. Yep. So we comb through the bulk, separate all the non-bulk from the, non-Lego from the Lego, and then we bring it here. We have an ultrasonic cleaner that does the job. We just give a little squirt of soap, and then it cleans. We put bulk in. I don't have any of the lingerie bags, but we bought a bunch of lingerie bags that are small enough to fit in here,
Yep.
but then hold the Lego so that all the pieces don't end up going down the tube and all that. And then we got fans. This one's facing down, this one's facing up, so they dry pretty quick, so
That's
we can
sweet.
rotate out every 20 minutes.
Is that the original Ecto one?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. That's really cool.
We've had so many of those. We actually had a certified one not that long ago, but that bad boy, once it got certified, was gone.
So
Yeah,
how
I
do
believe
you
that one.
handle like stickered pieces or printed pieces, just like some of them might wear off or something?
So what we do is we put it in here to clean. It fits like, so say like the Ecto one, we put it in there to clean. Usually the ultrasonic cleaner is nice to us so far. I'll just keep
So
talking.
even stickers can go in there, no problem?
Yeah.
Wow.
We haven't had an issue with it, but as soon as we do, we just ordered off of BrickLink.
Okay.
In order to certify the set. Used sets that are on the wall are 80 to 100% complete. We don't guarantee completeness on those, but people are free and welcome to come in and get the pieces that may or may not be missing.
Okay, that's nice.
It's always sweet.
Yeah.
This has been like looking through this right now. I'm like, because I'm noticing like the Bionicle. I walked in here, like there's a chunk of somebody right there.
See the Snake of St. Torm in there?
Yeah, the original Snake of St. Torm. I almost fall backwards. Bunch of bulk bins. Like I'm like you can see there's like bits of stuff like that one right there. All the city Arctic ones. Those are always cool.
We got something too that I don't think a lot of people knew existed. Is it this bin? Nope. In one of these bins, we have the Ben 10 Bionicle guys.
Oh my God! All of them?
Not all of them.
Just most of them.
I think there's 4 of them, but they're not complete, and finding those particular complete parts are a pain.
Oh yeah, because those sets were not really
Sold well at all.
liked at all.
Nope. Which is funny because people loved the show.
Oh, show was great.
Yeah.
The sets were hot garbage.
Yeah, well, yeah,
They're like,
you're not wrong.
wasn't there one that was like less than 25 pieces or something?
Yeah.
All of them were. I'm pretty sure most of
Jesus.
them were.
Yeah, they were just basically Bionicle.
I love the Tower Bridge up there. That's cool. Is that mostly complete, or is that missing some stuff?
It's mostly complete, but it's definitely not fully complete.
Yeah.
It's been here since grand opening as well.
Okay.
It was one of
Yeah, this
those
is
things
awesome.
that I thought was cool, and we just really haven't put out because I can't guarantee that one is at least 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I've toyed with the thought of doing like a bulk smash night.
Mm-hmm.
So that might end up.
That might be one of the ones you do.
Yep.
That's still cool though. That's still real cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
God,
Oh God, where's the army of Grogu?
I'm not sure where they ended up. They were right there. There was like 10 of them.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's the 2018 X-Wing, isn't there? That's cool.
Yeah. We've had a lot of cool stuff. Like one of the things that we've had was like new in box Star Wars that was from the whole like 1999 line.
Wow.
Including the very first one, 7101, but that puppy made it home with me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I probably didn't let somebody here ended up with that
one
beforehand.
was sentimental for sure. That was one of my first Star Wars sets, which was ironic because it was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But
A little bit of nightmare fuel.
Jeffrey the
Jeffrey
Giraffe.
the Giraffe.
That's a good one.
Another cool thing that we've had since opening is we had a gentleman sell us a ton of the Lego gift for the employees.
Oh, the
sets.
employees.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah, we had almost the entire line, it seemed like.
Wow.
Yep. It was really cool.
That's crazy cool.
We currently have the Ninjago one here too.
I'm surprised that one
Okay.
hasn't sold with how quickly Ninjago
We don't have the set, the
Oh.
instructions,
Okay.
Mhm.
so we're waiting on those from BrickLink so we can certify it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it was brought to us in pieces. All the figs are there, but I can't sell
Right.
it like that.
No, yeah, it's got to all be together.
And finding it on the app is a nightmare.
I'm sure.
But
Oh, guys, this is the first Obi-Wan Starfighter from episode 2.
Yep.
That's sealed?
yes. Well,
Wow.
no, this one's certified.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy here is. This one's a sealed one right here.
That's cool.
Sealed. And then we
wow.
have this one certified.
Wow.
So ready to go.
That's awesome.
Certified, and another banger that everybody loves.
Oh, yeah. With the light-up things in it, and they still work?
Where's his head? There it is.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's crazy. I've actually never seen one of these that actually works before.
We currently have every single light up fig except for Luminara.
Oh.
So we have.
Wasn't she with the turbo tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have these two here. And then at my house, I'm working on certifying the Darth Vader TIE Fighter that has the light up Vader. The Mace Windu was in the ATT, which is being certified. Or, no.
I think he might have been the turbo tank also.
Turbo Tank, yes. No, the Luminara was the Wookiee.
Yes, the catamaran.
Yeah,
the
there you go.
catamaran.
But yeah, we literally have all of those sets ready for the May the 3rd.
That is
That's awesome.
Get that catamaran, man. We
That would be sick.
advertise that we have all the light up figs.
That'd be
Stupid.
sick.
But yeah, you know, we got all sorts of stuff. I mean, we got the lovely
the great frisbee.
The
here.
giant slab.
You know, the one fig that everybody wants, and then the generic figs that everybody's got. And then we also have the Almighty Commander Fox.
Oh, wow.
So, that was really cool.
That's awesome.
I had an employee trying to buy just the fig, and he was begging and begging. I was like, we can't, man. We gotta
It's
sell the
sealed
set."
still, isn't it?
No, that one's certified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sweet.
Yeah, the only sealed ones that we have in this pile right now are these two right here, the Turbo Tank and the
Moncala.
Moncala.
Got a Moncala. That's awesome. That's the only one that's the only set that ever included. Oh my god, what's her name?
Yes.
Yes. Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
I was like, I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't think. But we also have the what's the name of that one? Shoot. I am drawing a blank on that one. The Paz Vizsla ship there. The Pre-Vizsla.
Wow. That's so
This
cool.
one is sealed.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
That's so sick.
And apparently one of my employees is going to buy it. So this is going to be the May the 4th event we're doing. Here's our flyer on that. It's wicked cool. We're going to have, 501st here. We're going to have exclusive promotions, themed activities, giveaways. We're going to have a massive amount of Star Wars figures that we've been working on plating that we don't have in the case.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be exciting to see, as well as all the sets that I was showing you guys to
That's cool.
leak it out there. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, well, thanks for having us out, and we appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys being here.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us for this really fun store tour of the Bricks and Minifigs out in Syracuse.
That's like our third tour now at this
It's our
point.
third store
I
tour
have fun
now.
with these tours, honestly. Honestly, I loved doing a tour where we didn't know the owner before we did the tour.
Yeah,
Because we've
'cause
known
Brick,
Kendall
Rock, and
before.
Empire we knew.
We've known Matt. It's our first time meeting John. Great guy. Great store. Had a lot of fun.
And there's still some in New York State we can relatively easily get to, so maybe we'll do some more in the future. But yeah, special thank you to John for taking time out of his busy schedule to sit down with us and give us the tour. And thank you to Rich for helping set this up. Rich,
Shout out to Rich.
Love our boy Rich. Yeah, it was great meeting you guys. It was great getting out there and getting to see the store and all the cool stuff, and of course buying stuff from the store, because we go to these store tours and there's always something we got to pick up.
I bought
3D
it.
printed Venom.
I bought it.
But yes, thank you all for watching. If you've not already, so hit the subscribe button and make sure you also hit the notification bell so you are notified when all new episodes go live. Also consider becoming a channel member, like these three fine individuals, just like Ben Northway 3386, D Glaze, and J Rizzy Shorts. These guys are baller for helping us keep the lights on and do some fun stuff on this end.
Especially the
speaking
light
of-
behind you, that's off now.
That's all right. Speaking of channel memberships, we are tweaking those. So the tier 2 is now just going away, and we're gonna have everything just be one tier now. So if you're interested, take a look. If you are a part of the tier 2, make sure you just drop down to tier 1 so you don't have to worry about losing out on anything. But yeah, there's that. You can find us on Instagram at the Brick Hour Pod. You can find me on Instagram at Langster Builds.
You can find me at Cameron Studios _ and I promise I am going to be posting soon. I just have to get everything together.
You better.
I'm a
we will-
perfectionist. I just want to get the right pictures.
You'll get them at some point.
The pictures I took at the last meeting, I had the intention of getting the right pictures. I didn't check the bills, and they looked horrible.
I know. But we'll see everybody in the next episode. Have a great night.
Yes.
Happy bowling.